All right, my man. Headed to Gonzaga, bro. Was initially scheduled to go to Minnesota. Obviously, a coaching change prompted your mind to change. What made Gonzaga the place for you, bro?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, just knowing the history of the program and them being a program that I looked up to since I was just a younger kid. Just loving, having love for sport and college basketball itself. Knowing about them, and also Drew Timmy went there. So I was kind of got to grow close to him in the recruiting process there, and kind of he's a similar guy to me. So all things that kind of led to me getting a certain feel, even before my visit, getting a certain feel that, maybe this is the place where I belong. And, talking to Coach Brian Michelson, I call him B Mike, had about two-hour long phone calls back-to-back days.
Wow.
First 2 days we talked. And right then I knew, I was like, okay, like this isn't no regular. Just, because in the recruiting process, there's many phone calls that don't go past 5-10 minutes. Just to see that time put in, before I even got on campus was special. And kind of once I seen it for myself, it was a no brainer. Committed on the last night at dinner with Coach Hughes sitting there with me. So yeah, man, it just felt right and was something that kind of wasn't really a second decision for me.
You played your senior year ball in California, being from Texas. Did that kind of prepare you? Because Spokane, Washington is a long ways away from Texas. Did that kind of prepare you
Yeah.
for what you're getting into?
Yeah, for sure, man. It was a great opportunity to go out there, play for a good coach and play with a great player in Jason Crow Jr. So, yeah, and just the being away from home aspect, obviously, I think that was a big thing that I kind of knew about that too is just getting ready to go to college. I already knew it was looking like I wasn't going to be close to home, just with the programs that I had cut it down to. So, I was like, why not? Definitely wanted to switch some things up, go out there. Get a different look for myself and just kind of rebuild my status. But yeah, man, it was a great experience. Definitely helped prepare me for being far away from home. It's kind of like second nature. So
Definitely. You sound very mature for your age, bro. So this question I gotta ask you. When I look online and I see once you decommitted from Minnesota and committed to Gonzaga, they got some grown adults that's coming at you. Do you pay attention to that, ignore that, or do you even not even know what I'm talking about exists?
no, I mean, obviously I see comments here and there, but not really, man. I kind of try to stay out of that. Obviously I think social media is a great platform for athletes and just people trying to build their brand in general because that's the age we're in now. But I also kind of have set my limits. Because definitely I feel like, especially just for younger kids, man, like it can definitely start to mess with you if you let it. And that's kind of one of the things I had to learn from an early age. So I definitely no, I don't really check any of the hate comments, and even if I do see it, it really doesn't bother me. Because at the end of the day, it's none of them really know who I truly am. They haven't ever met me. It's their opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And I can't feel a certain way about somebody expressing their opinion online. It's just all I can do is focus on myself and the path that I'm on.
No, I get it, man. It's just wild to see like grown men and women like,
Oh yeah.
he must not want to win and just crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've definitely, I've seen a couple of them. Can't say I've seen them all, but yeah, it's some of the things people would say, man, it's crazy, and they don't really get the aspect of it, but that's their opinion.
Definitely. I've seen where you've said you feel like your style as a big fits what Gonzaga does well with big men. Could you kind of elaborate on that a little bit?
Most definitely. I mean, I think even just as a player, not even really getting into the play type, but just kind of the people that they bring in, kind of already is kind of who I am and what I felt was right. They recruit the right people. They don't just recruit anybody. So kind of knowing that, I already felt like I would fit in and bring something to the table. Yeah, man, you see how they use their big men, how skilled they are. They really are bought into the development of their bigs and anybody, but obviously, they do a great job with their big man. a lot of the things that we're doing now and drills and things that they harp on, you just don't see it a lot. Obviously, for a skilled big myself, it's things that I can do. But it's just never things that have been drilled or taught, in the younger days of my career and, growing up through grassroots or high school, just because, people don't really harp on those things, and they really kind of have their set thing of what big men do in their system. Gonzaga really is about building you all around and making you the best as you can be. So, they're just the perfect program for it, and what they do and how I've developed over the summer just in 2 months is tremendous.
That's one of the questions I wanted to ask you, man. What were some of the things you worked on that you felt needed work, or some of the things you just want to enhance?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, obviously I know I have the skills and this and that, but I think just continuing to get mentally tougher and realize that although, I have the skills, this and that, it also comes down to just, do you want it? And obviously, it's not saying that I don't think I play hard, but also, just kind of getting to refocus and learning that there's certain things that you just can't teach, and there's certain things that, you kind of got to just figure it out and get punched in the mouth one day in practice and come back and learn from that and just learn how to bounce back from things and, kind of just be a dog. That's one of the things about Gonzaga, we are dogs. So just fitting into that play style and that persona definitely was something that I wanted to come in as. Obviously, getting better skill-wise, this and that. But just my defensive game, improving in the weight room, getting in shape, and, just starting to become more mentally tough because I know, college basketball is a battle, and, you're going to be playing in front of 15, 16,000 people. It's not high school anymore, so you got to be ready for the challenge.
Speaking of being ready for the challenge, man, what role would you like to play your freshman year? Is this a learning curve year? Are you ready to be thrown right into the fire, or are you waiting to get there and kind of just gauge where you're at?
And that's whatever I can do to help the team win.
Definitely.
I can't say it now because we're not in season and I don't know what it looks like. Obviously, I believe in myself. I know what I can do, but I'm also going to be realistic, right? We've got Graham EK, we've got Braden Huff, two of the best big men in the country that I get to learn from. Whether I'm playing over them, it's that's really not a focus for me. It's more about how can I make the most of this year, learn the most that I can, show what I can do on the court, and just kind of prove to myself that I belong here. Because this is somewhere that I've always dreamt of being, and this is just a dream destination for me. But this is not where it stops. So I can't really say I have a picked out role in my head. I'm not saying that. I have to play this many minutes, and if I don't play them, then I'm going to be, pouting. No, that's not it. This is my freshman year. This is a year for growth and learning. Whatever role I have, I'll be happy, man. I'm just blessed to be at this level and be able to wake up every day and play this game. Just, get another year to play the sport that I love and continue to develop and chase my dreams. So, really anything that I get, and if we're winning, I'm not complaining.
Definitely, man. When I watch your game, you have the ability to bring guys outside the lane because they got to cover you from the three-point line, and you have the ability to go around guys. That's the things I see. What do you feel you bring to this Gonzaga team?
Yeah, obviously those two things, like you said, you hit it on the nail. I think I bring a different feel for the game. Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the things, that I've always had since a young kid, especially as a bigger kid, just having an IQ for the game, kind of being able to know, time to score, this and that, IQ, passing, communication, just all around a great teammate. Obviously, I can get to it in the post as well. My footwork, I feel like is my key strengths. So a lot of things. Obviously, there's things I gotta get better at, but I think I'm just a very versatile piece, and you can kind of play me any way you want. So I think that's something that I can bring.
No doubt, man. Before I let you go, 2017, 2021, made it to the Natty, but they couldn't quite secure the bag. What would it mean for you to get that chip before you get up out of Gonzaga, bro?
Man, I think, it's crazy. We talked about this on our last day of our player meetings we do. It's just the players and our strength coach, Travis Knight, and it's called Zag 101. The last week we had it, we actually talked about it. Is with Gonzaga, with the history they have, there's already been several teams that have made it to Final Four. Sweet 16, Elite Eight. Go down the line. All these are all checked off the list. 30-win season, undefeated season. So, and the only thing that's not checked off is a natty. So that's our motivation is we want to be that group. Obviously, winning is in our culture, but we also aren't satisfied with that. Because I think a lot of coaches, a lot of programs in general. It's not easy. Getting to the March Madness, getting to the tournament is something to celebrate. But it's also with us, with everything that our program has seen and done already, that national championship is just the one thing that we're looking at. Just trying to be that group that can finally bring that and check that off the list. I think that's just our biggest motivation, and obviously a motivation for me. So, whatever I can do, however I can bring energy, however I can make the team better every day to get towards that goal is what I'm shooting for.
No doubt. With PJ, man, I know you're looking to add your name to a long list of amazing Zag players, brother. I can't wait to check you out this year. Anything before I let you go, my man?
No, sir. Just thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And yeah, man, don't be afraid to check in on us this year.
Definitely.